Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Signal Box today. Thank you for joining me, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. We'll crack on with today's video. So, something else turned up in the post about 5 minutes ago, and I'm going to show you what came in the post. So go and grab yourself a tea or coffee, and we'll crack on with the video today. Okay, so what did come in the post, and what is in the bubble wrap that you see before you? Let's have a look, shall we? Wow, look at that, it's a Merchant Navy. Again, this is a first for me. I haven't got a Merchant Navy class loco. I've always wanted one of these, so I finally got one. And a bit of a clue to the condition of this loco, to be honest. The box is in absolutely mint condition. It's absolutely immaculate. Look at the box, super shiny. Little tiny bit of a tear there, but you know what, other than that, look at that, it's absolutely mint condition. Very, very good. If we swap it round on the back there, this is the NRM edition, the Special National Railway Museum Collection Edition, special edition of this particular Merchant Navy class Ellerman lines. Now, on the back of the box here, you've got a photograph that shows you of the real Ellerman lines Merchant Navy class locomotive, currently in the National Railway Museum up in York. And this is a very unique locomotive because rather than being cut up for scrap, what they decided to do was actually cut the loco in half. So on the other side you can actually see all the insides and the guts of the loco, the fire tubes, the smoke box plate, the firebox hull, everything cut down the side so you can see physically how it works. And what it's designed to do is to demonstrate how a locomotive in principle is cold and fired and how it works. So it's sliced down the middle one side so you can see the inside of the loco, as it were, a sort of cutaway section. The sad thing about it is this locomotive will never ever run again, which is sad, but obviously my version will run again because it's 00 scale. It definitely will run again. But that's quite a nice box and a little bit of info there. But yeah, really surprised about this box. It's in beautiful condition. Look at that. It's just really a beautiful, beautiful, lovely thing. Anyway, we were interested what's inside. So I'll just pause this for a second and we'll get it out the box to take a closer look. So upon taking everything out of the box, as you can see, the box is tidy. And what's inside is pretty decent. We've got the instructions, which is always good to have. You've got the number there, R2294, which is the product number. And then you've got a date, 12/02. The 12 being the 12th month, 02 being the year, I think. Don't quote me, but I think that's the year. It's December 2002, I think. Anyway, we've got the instructions there, which is always handy to have those things. And here's the separate accessory pack, which is still sealed, never been opened, which has got the front steps on there, as you can see, 1, 2. You've got the coupling bar and fixing, the screw that fixes it in place, a vacuum pipe, 2 vacuum pipes actually, the brake rigging for the tender and for the loco, all in there to fit, which I'm going to do at some point. But yeah, all sealed up, so that's in mint condition. Look at that, fantastic. But here's the beastie inside. So again, I'll just quickly pause this and get this out of the box on the table, and we'll have a little look at this. Okay, so taking it out of the box carefully, and what I'll do now is just get it upright and take everything out of the tissue paper, like that, like that. And wow, look at that. Lift that there, like that. And then we'll take this one out here and we'll do that, and we'll connect that up to there, and there we go. Look at that, isn't that a cracker? An absolutely stunning machine, another bully stunning machine, another 9 Elms loco. So this is the Merchant Navy class by Hornby. It's a relatively old model, it's not in the recent sort of couple of years. It's oldish, but it's still quite a decent model. And these are nice. I've always wanted one of these, a Merchant Navy class. This one's element lines. So we'll start again from the front of the loco and we'll have a little look, shall we? So swinging round to the front end profile. This is the smoke box end. So you've got the smoke box end obviously as it is. There's nothing super detail on this thing. What we're looking at is some very basic moulding, but it's done very nicely. It's captured the bullied appearance very nice, which is great. Sorry, I had to blow that out of the way. I thought someone had painted the headlight in with a piece of polystyrene, but as you can see, these are really nice, these locos in real life, because they had electric lights. They didn't have separate oil hand lamps on the front. These had all electric lights on the front of them, which was powered by a generator on board the loco, which was nice. So again, some nice relief detail on the front there. The smoke box profile is nice, and straight away you can see it's a Merchant Navy. Let's zoom in and see what shed it is. 70G. I'm guessing that could have been Guildford. 70B was Feltham, from a gentleman that kindly put that in the comments box yesterday from my unboxing of the Q1, the old chonker. That's a Feltham shed engine, but I'm pretty sure 70G, 70 Golf, is Guildford. Again, I'm not going to look at the information online, but if you do know the answer and I haven't got to it already, drop it in the comments box below where 70G shed is. I'm guessing it could be Guildford. I could be wrong without looking up, but I do like hearing from you guys, so yeah, drop it in the comments box below. Buffers are sprung, which is quite nice. These are nice and sprung on the front there. There's a hook on the front there. Not quite sure if there's a chain link or screw link coupling on there to add. I can't see it in the detail pack, which is a shame. That would have been a nice little accessory. However, there's a little indentation there to put the vacuum pipe, which is okay. And also you've got separately fitted lamp iron brackets on there, which will be a great addition for any disc head codes to put on there as well. Moving around the side of the loco, you've got these separately fitted handrails and the smoke deflectors. Some nice rivet detail on the chassis running plate and also on the cylinder blocks there. These lovely bullied wheels. The paintwork on this loco is absolutely crisp and immaculate. Really lovely. And you've got these full-size bullied wheels, very, very unique shaped wheels, and they balance the loco out on the model and in real life as well. The running gear with all the con rods and everything is correct. Everything looks good on there. You've got the speedo cable attached to that wheel, which is designed to register in the driver's cab how fast the loco is going via a speedometer. It works on an inertia system with that cable. On the model, obviously it doesn't do anything, but it does go round and round, which is good. Standard feature on these models, I suppose. A nicely fitted nameplate on there, Merchant Navy class element lines with the little crest on there, the little logo, very good. Yeah, everything I can see so far is looking good. This area below the firebox, you can see the firebox great. It just gives you an idea of the size of the firebox on the model, but also in real life, because obviously it's modelled from a drawing from the real life thing. This gives you an idea how big, how wide the fireboxes were on the Merchant Navies. Very large corners to fill either side, compared to, for example, a Midland engine like a Duchess. The corners aren't so wide. It's more a long shaped firebox, but on these things they're very long, not so much long, but they're very wide. And this ash pan and firebox area here below the cab gives you an indication of these things, how much coal they burned. Loads. A little bit of moulded detail there on the side. with the reversing link there. Everything looks good. 35029. 8p is the power rating for the Loco. The actual cab, I'll see if I can just detach this briefly. There we go. The actual cab, there's not much in the cab, sadly. There isn't much to look at, as you can see. There's moulded relief in there. You can't really see much, but obviously it's glazed and there is moulded detail in there. You can't see too much, but compared to the Q1, there's no separately painted and separately fitted items in there. It's all moulded, which is a bit sad really, but other than that it's okay, it's acceptable. Separately fitted handrails on the driver's and fireman's side, and they've captured the bullied cab pretty much quite well, I think, especially those back draft plates there. So quite a nice overall cab, I think. It's the old-fashioned tender and pin connection on this model. There's no plug and play leads to break and throw a hissy fit over if one of the cables comes out. It's just a simple tender and pin connection. The motors are obviously inside the Loco, not the tender. If we look on top of the Loco, there isn't that much detail in terms of separately fitted items. We've got the separately fitted safety valves, the safety dome, the whistle, which is there, which is nice because it's there's a piece of rodding that goes from that whistle valve down through to the cab and to the handle on the driver's control side. If we just spin it round very carefully this way, there's a little bit of detail more on this side. If we look now, if we come and look here, look, there we go, there's some separately fitted pipework there, that's nice. And we've got, there's the whistle, and you can see from that shot there, it's a separately fitted little piece of rodding, some wire to replicate the mechanism, should I say, that works that. Very nice. All that pipework underneath the cab there, which is nice. Again, it's in very, very good nick, very good condition. I don't think it's been run, to be honest with you. I'd guarantee to say this is a mint condition Merchant Navy, because it's not a mark on it, ever been run, I don't think, and it just needs a lot of running in, I do believe. But look at these wheels. I love these bullied wheels. They are quite nice, aren't they? But yeah, a very, very tasty looking Merchant Navy class. Let's move on to the tender. I'll bring it over here and we can have a look at the tender. Again, the paint finish on here is beautiful. All the tender steps on the back of the tender on both sides are complete. The ladders are there. The coupling's in place. The electric tail lamps or headlamps if it's running in tender first mode. Looking on top there, this is actually a bit of a die-cast material here where these pumps are. I think basically that is an additional weight in there, I think, to make sure that everything is on there. The coal, unfortunately, is moulded on there, so you can't remove it. You can't put your own coal on there, which is a bit of a letdown, but I think it's sufficiently a decent profile. Looking at that shot and at that shot there at eye level, that's about really where you want it. You don't want to overfill it, so I think we'll get away with that. On the back head of the tender, there's quite a lot of detail to look at here. Got part of the full plate. You've got those rear windows to look out on the driver and the fireman's side. Handbrake. And the actual shovel plate where you shovel from there. And some nice rivet detail as well. Everything's intact. The front steps and the tender are there. Everything looks good. Underneath, we'll have a look at the tender underneath. Everything is incredibly tidy. These wheels look in very, very good condition. I don't think this has ever been run, to be honest with you. I'm going to make a an estimate and say this has never hardly been run, perhaps test run. Everything is there. The brake rigging that goes underneath is included in that pack, so I'll fit that at a later stage. Interestingly enough, it's got the older type coupling on there as opposed to them pockets, but that's okay, you can live with that. Right, so there is our bullied Merchant Navy class Element lines, another 9 Elms 70A engine. In actual fact, I think it was Guildford Shed, but we can always pretend it's another 9 Elms arrival. Like I said, September is 9 Elms month. So very, very pleased to get this because I haven't got one of these, and she is a thing of beauty. A very, very lovely looking engine. Again, look at this chimney on top. I forgot to talk about this just briefly. It's a lovely, correctly profiled, bullied Merchant Navy class chimney. It's a nice profile as well. And these had inside cylinders as well as the outside one, so they had the inside cylinders. And they are a lovely machine in real life and also in model form. So there we go. That's my Hornby Merchant Navy class, which just come in the post today. So all that remains for me to do is fit the super detail underneath, fit a few things on the front, and also give it a good lubrication and oiling, just like the real thing. And then she's ready to run for the weekend coming up on Saturday on the layout. So when you see her next, she'll be in service on my railway, and I'll probably hook up a couple of Pullmans behind this so it'll look the part. Anyway, guys and girls, thank you very much for joining me today. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching today, and take care. Bye bye now.